Why hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Quote the Robot. Last time on Issue of the Gungeon, we conquered the tutorial, learned Sir Manuel's truth, and we are now on a quest for revenge. In this episode, we're going to be entering the Gungeon for real this time. And now, let's get in. For this, we're going to be picking the Hunter, because she's obviously the superior character of the beginning four. See? She has a dog. These three losers, no dog. Man, they suck. Up here, these guys went. They'll tell us that we are now ready to enter the Gungeon. Well, let's do just that. Let's go. Well, as you saw last episode, up in the top left corner, just let me adjust the camera. Up in the top left corner, that's our health. That's our health, blanks, keys, and coins. And up in the top right corner, that's our map. Well, let's do this. Those little wizard guys, I think they're called Gungers. They send a variety of symbols at you, which, as you may expect, you want to dodge. Don't try dodge rolling through them though; it almost never works. Through here, this is an example where explosive barrels can potentially help you. If I scored that shot right, it would have exploded those bullet cannons, saving me a lot of time. This room with the fireplace is pretty special, though we'll come back to it in a later episode, don't worry. And you see those chandeliers? If they're hit with a bullet, like nearby these switches that I'm pointing to, then that chandelier nearby will fall down. This can harm you, however, you can also use it as an effective way to take out enemies. So be sure to time it right if you do plan on doing that. They only really appear in Keeper of the Lead Lord, though. Gun Knights. These guys are pretty annoying. They're the big boys of floor 1. My best strategy for them is to just run circles around them and shoot. But here we come across the most welcome sight in any floor. The shop. Here you can spend those hard-earned casings on things like blanks, hearts, keys, and of course, items. Watch out for all the bullets. Oh, bellow. You. Right, let's keep moving. A trick that I normally like to use when I'm playing the game is to take out the strongest enemies in the room first. So, for example, if there was like a gun knight and 2 bullet kin in the room, you take out the gun knight first since he's the one that poses the most threat due to his wider spread. And another chest. We're currently not going to open this one, but if we get the chance, we will later on. This is the boss door. As I said before, only go in if you're prepared. Trust me. This game may be difficult on its own, but the bosses are where the pain is really at, I'm telling you. See, like, right here. Oh, took a hit, unfortunately. You also have to use your environment to your advantage as well. Those are chain knights. If they're the last enemy in the room, they'll throw their chain. Well, not yet. After a bit of playtime, they will. Bunch of grenades. Come on, boy. Let's keep moving. Those little purple guys, they're called Rubberkin. They don't do any damage, but they can certainly be annoying and bounce you into gunfire, so try to take them out, but don't prioritize them over other enemies. A chest. A welcome sight in the Gungeon. You use one of your keys to open these babies, And inside is the Corsair. I hate this thing. It's basically a trash homing gun, so I wouldn't recommend using it. Plus, we have a much better option when we start with the Hunter, the crossbow. I'm telling you, this thing is an efficient boss killer on floor 1. Trust me on it. I've gotten master rounds with the thing several times. More on them later. Anyways, let's keep moving. You'll have to use your environment to your advantage as well at some points. Like hiding behind these pillars, and things like bushes can take a bullet as well for you. Here's a green chest. We're not going to be opening this up. Instead, we're going to be using something else. A meat bun. It's an active item. When you use it, you get a heart refilled, and you get double damage until you're hit. That's the main reason I bought it, because trust me, you're going to need it. This is Gatling Goal, the king of cheap hits. Just circle around him, and you'll be good, don't worry. So as you can see, along with the meat bun effect, the crossbow is very good at dealing damage towards bosses. Watch out for those little crosshairs. That shows when missiles are dropping down from it. But here, we have finally defeated him. And when you can master around a boss, when that happens, not only will you get the usual pickups, for example, a heart, armor, and a phoenix, you will get a master round. They give you 1 extra heart, and they're usually pretty good to hold on to. Try to hold it. You can only get them if you beat a boss without getting hit. Trust me, get these ones as soon as you can. They're very helpful for runs. In a normal run of Gungeon, there's 5 main floors that the player travels through. This is floor 2, the Gungeon proper. Step outside, smell that fresh air of the volcano about to be destroyed. Now let's move on. This is also the floor where traps mainly get introduced. There are little hazards in the room that you'll have to watch out for. And these are bullet sharks. They'll speed towards you and spew out bullets while they're doing it at times. Be very careful with these guys. Don't ignore them as well. They can be a very viable threat. There's a blank right here, and some extra spread ammo here. They'll give 50% of your ammo back to your currently held weapon, and 20% back to everything else. Those little spike rollers will deal damage if you're hit by it. Thankfully, that rule also applies to enemies. Those little beady guys, they'll explode when they are killed, so try to stay away from them. Though if you can kill them in a crowd, they'll be able to do a lot of damage as well. They're a bit more dangerous than the average shotgun king, so you'll also have to stay on your toes near them. That little guy in the middle, that was an enhancer. Not their actual name, of course, but they'll choose an enemy in the room and they'll enhance them. Enhance their skills, health, all that stuff. Very dangerous. And that guy in the middle right now, that's a sniper king. They're also pretty dangerous, but again, if you can circle around them, they're pretty easy to avoid. Another blank. It's really weird. Like, as you know before, like, you can sometimes find blanks in the Gungeon, but it's not a very reliable strategy. If you find any bulletkin with an eye patch on, that means that they're a veteran bulletkin. They'll shoot bullets a bit more faster, and they'll try to predict your movements and fire bullets there. They're a lot more dangerous than the average shotgun cannon, but they're still manageable. The Phoenix is a trash gun, but if you can get up close to your enemies, which isn't advisable, but still pretty good, you can make them feel the burn. which again is also pretty good. Yet another shop. And here we've got the clown mask. Oh boy, yeah. A key, which we're gonna buy. And the prime primer, which I think looks like a cookie, but nobody else does. And here's a good showcase of a mechanic in the game. This little cell creep guy. Something for the collection? I will compensate you. Essentially, you can drop down guns to him. So, like for example, if I drop the Corsair next to him, he'll give you some cash for it, which is pretty nice of him, I must say. But now, how do we get this clown mask? They're part of like these payday items. Well, part of a payday list. And this is also a good point to showcase something that happens in the shop. Shoot once in Mellow Shop, he gets mad. Shoot twice, he points a gun to your head and doubles the prices of all items, which isn't so nice. And if you shoot a third time, run. When you come back, the store will be closed, and it's like that for the rest of the run. But now you can get that clown mask, and you now look like a clown, and you have this little buddy with you that occasionally blanks, which is quite nice of him, I must say. Well, let's keep going. This is a blank shrine. If you blank next to it, there's a chance that you'll spawn in a chest. Inside, the Gungeon pepper. The heat is on. With it, enemies staying near you will be harmed, and with the Phoenix equipped, you'll get a little bird friend, and your gun will be powered up. Lead maidens, I hate these guys. They constantly open up and fire and up and up and fire, and I absolutely hate them, and I wish they were never in the game. If they weren't in the game, Gungeon would be 10 times better. I'm just kidding. Seriously, though. They are very annoying to deal with. We're on to the boss door, but we're not ready yet, so we best be getting ready. If you're an absolute daredevil and must get through the boss door, you can potentially get through it without getting prepared, but doing so is a very risky strategy. Only do it if you're an absolute pro and you know for certain you'll be able to take down the boss. If you catch fire here, just start dodge rolling like a madman. It's the only way you'll be able to put yourself out. These are cubulons. They fire things in a diamond cube pattern. Just dodge roll right through it and you'll be all good. We'll refill our Phoenix ammo here. Here's our chest. And here's, some mysterious room. Again, we'll come back to it later, like we did with the fire pit room. Though, I bet it'll be a much later time. If you get up close to enemies with the Phoenix, you'll be able to catch them on fire. Alrighty then, let's keep moving. It's another trap room. I'll get back to it later, don't worry. Swap to the rusty sidearm. And another thing, if you kill those grenade guys while they're in a crowd, they'll explode, damaging some of the enemies. Again, pretty useful, but it can also be your undoing like, if you're getting too close to it. Just have caution with anything that explodes. That's my #1 rule for that kind of stuff. Another key. They're pretty useful down here again. Through here, we find a green chest. Inside, a crutch. You need it. Overall, it just makes bullets home in a little bit on their enemy. But what's this? Some sort of girl and robot are trapped in a cell. We better find a way to get him out. Alrighty then. now that we're ready and all the rooms have been explored, it's time to fight the boss. Wonder who it is this time. Let's see, and it is the Gungeon. She's thankfully one of the more easier bosses in the game. She's immune to fire due to her being like a water-based creature. You better dodge those attacks as well, because they can potentially stop you from firing for a bit. Oh no, I took a hit. Bye. She's the easiest out of the 4-3 bosses, but she still can be fairly difficult for newcomers. Just keep your head in the game and you'll be able to take her out. No worries. I'd recommend saving blanks for the boss, since that's where the game truly shows how difficult it can be. See right here, like, I'm not, like, some of these attacks are super painful to deal with, but thankfully, I'm almost done with her. Boom, she's dead. Unfortunately, since I took quite a few hits during the battle, I wasn't able to get a master round in, but that's fine, since we're not going to be sticking around this far for much longer. We're going to pick up some stuff, the shot grub, which is a poisonous shotgun, through here. And you see this key? When you find this key, you can pick it up and unlock the NPC that we found in that cell earlier. So if we go through here, we can unlock this door and see who's inside.
Oh, finally! I knew it would be a while before someone came down here, but seriously, it's been forever! Anyways, we should get back to the shop. It's been closed for way too long. You should come by on the top level of the breach. You can't miss it.
I cannot believe I just did that. This is Candace, and this is Ox. They'll be running a shop back up in the breach. Speaking of which, let's head back up there. We're just going to pick the pilot for convenience's sake, since we're just about to end off the episode. And through here, once you free them, you can enter here. You can spend that hard-earned hedge money, those hedge money credits you found, in here. Thank you for the assistance. The acquisition department is now once again operating.
Hey, thanks for getting me out of that cell. This is the Gungeon Acquisitions Department. You can donate hedge money and we'll order new guns for the collection. And we hoped to come by here on the Gungeon, but since the H-Mom took over, that's all on the outside uses.
Collection?
Yeah, the Gungeon is like a relic area of some sort of museum only for guns. So we are collecting all the best ones and then throwing them downstairs. Luckily, the H-Mom has put rivals down pretty regularly, so we've got a constant supply of new equipment. They'll sell us anything. Once they are ordered, you can find new stuff down in the chambers. So order whatever you want. If you've ordered everything we listed, just come back later. That's it.
So as she mentioned, you can use hedge money to buy some stuff. But anyways, I think this is where we'll end the video for now. If you like what you saw, please comment, subscribe, and like the video. Thank you so much, and have a great day.